Well, you had questions and we are getting answers. Our Fox 12's investigators are digging a little deeper to get to the bottom of your concerns about the pandemic.
There have been so many questions asked. Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez is live in Northeast Portland tonight with a question about COVID-19 and the ongoing protests. Simon?
Yeah, we reached out to both state and local public health experts on this because so many people have been telling us that they have concerns that the ongoing protests are contributing to the rise in COVID-19 cases.
Courtney in Portland says, I've read numerous articles about spikes of COVID this past week. All those articles mentioned Memorial Day weekend, reopening Oregon, and small family gatherings as the suspected culprits of the spike. There's no mention of protesting contributing to the spike in COVID. Why is that?
We haven't seen a lot of our cases say that they've been attending those kind of gatherings. And I think that when people get together for those protesting, they're not specifically socializing events. What's most dangerous is people deliberately socializing, spending lots of time in face-to-face conversation with several other people. And I think that's more likely to be going on, for example, at a family picnic or an in-home gathering than it is at one of those protests. Nevertheless, we're keeping our eyes open for cases who say they've been at these protests. We just have not found a lot of them.
Early on in these ongoing protests, we heard from the county that you're looking into what was then described as fewer than 5 cases of COVID-19 possibly related to the protests. Can you provide some more details about those cases? And is the county seeing more of them and people who have attended protests since?
I know that the number is still very small because the team alerts us if they do start to see trends. We all, as a regional set of health officers in public health, did decide that if there were a number of cases from one specific night, one specific event, that we would go ahead and share that information out with the public. And that has not reached the threshold yet for us to do that.
The protests and demonstrations could be contributing to the spike, but we just don't have good data on it. This is because our case investigations and interviews are limited by what people disclose to us, and we really focus on contact tracing. With smaller gatherings, we have better information about who people have been around and are able to connect the dots and make links between cases.
So, Simon, what do they say is exactly behind the increase in cases that we're seeing?
Well, they only have theories at this point, but the Oregon Health Authority believes that the primary driver right now is small gatherings of friends and family, because in those situations, people tend to let their guard down. And in those situations, that's when the virus can spread. We do have more questions to get to tonight. One more, to be specific, coming up tonight at 6, a question about kids and masks. We'll see you then.